Hey guys, Marmalade here with Marmalade Outdoors, and this is a really fun video because I have, as advertised on my thumbnail, a brand new backpack. And what is it? So I will be going over, I have my notes here. I always have to go off the notes, so there's no way I can memorize all this, but I'm excited to share with you in case you're in the market for a backpack. Real quickly, I'll go over what I've used for the last 2 years. Um, this is the Z-Packs Arc Haul Ultra 60-liter backpack, of course, in the Ultra material. And I got this. I had the old version in 21. I got this early in 22, and now we're early in 24. So I've had it for 2 years. In those 2 years, I've done about, I figured, between 16 to 1800 miles with this baby, uh, except for one lumbar carbon fiber stay that broke around the waist belt on me the first year going through the Sierras. It's been great. Nothing's broken. Um, I've been really happy with this. I recently got a Hyperlight pack that's frameless, and unless something new and crazy comes out in the future, I just found out I don't like frameless. It's just not comfortable on me. You know, I did when I was 19 break my back, and I've had spinal fusions and had 5 broken vertebrae, 2 were fused. So I don't have a bad back necessarily, but I just definitely need something that's comfortable. I don't think my back is normal like compared to most people. So I found that the Arc Hall with the graphite stays, which we'll go over, just was enough to be lightweight and minimalistic, but yet give me support and structure to the pack. So it was just really comfortable. And so I was really happy with this. 60 liters. Over the last bunch of years, as I've gone more and more ultralight and getting my gear down smaller, I haven't needed 60 liters, so I've been looking to go smaller. The Hyperlight pack I got that I didn't like was 40 liters, and I just barely got my stuff in it. So I'll go over the new pack and everything, but I've been really happy with this. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one, but just been really happy. Nothing's broken on. It's all working well. It's just worn out. The shoulder, it fits me really well, so it's still comfortable, but the shoulder pads are pretty, I don't know if you can tell, but they've kind of, the foam gets compressed, so it's not as comfortable as it once was. I noticed at the end of last year, I did almost 1,000 miles. The last 400 or 500 miles, it wasn't as comfortable as it had been the previous couple of years, but I did, like I said, get 16 to 1,800 miles. So enough said about that. But what is my new backpack? Let me grab it. And what is it? A Z-Packs Arc Haul Ultra again. Of course, I got black this time instead of the gray. You can tell that right away. But I just, after trying some other stuff, I just decided that so far this is what I really like. The one difference is I went from 60 liters to 50. I think they offer this. I didn't look closely, but I think they offer it in 40, 50, and 60, and maybe even a 70. But 50 liter, I think, will be right for me. If I ever have to use a bare canister, I can put it on top. It doesn't fit in very well. It'll fit in, but it'll take up the whole pack. But I want to go over some specs for this. First of all, I think the cost of it, they are not cheap. I think the base cost is like $3.99. Everything's a la carte, which I really don't like about them, because most backpacks, when you pay $300 or $400, you get everything, and you can take things off if you want. Most people need waist belt pockets, so I got 2 brand new ones. They have waterproof zippers, which is really nice. I try to put some close-up pictures of some of these things I'm mentioning and insert them here. Um, the other thing I add to every backpack I've mentioned in the past is I got they call it a zippered pouch, because in the main body is just a big tube, but there's nowhere to put your permit in your wallet, especially when you're on trail, and your fire permit, things like that. So it's adhered to the inside of this. I have it all enclosed right now, so I won't show you, but it's enclosed right now, and I always glue those in and keep them with the pack. Even if I sell it, it goes with the pack. So I bought that. The other thing I didn't pay for, but I have on here, is the Y strap. For you can use it for every day, but it's also for canisters. This was leftover. I sold my old packs, but I actually forgot to give them this, so I ended up with it. So it's going to stay on there all the time, but if I am ever in the Sierras, I'll be able to use that for a canister. But I didn't pay for it this time. So I think it came out, there's no charge for shipping, but I think with tax and everything it was like $4.88. So it's not cheap at all. But like I said, for me, it's not only getting I got 2 years out of it, but so many miles. Because remember, not only did I think I did about 1,300 miles of the PCT over 2 years, but I do a lot of side trips out here where I live and everything. So every single place I go, I bring this pack. So I got a lot. Like, that's why I think I figured 16 to 1,800 miles total on this old pack here. As I said, that's $488 without the belts and the stick-on pouch. This was 21.7 ounces, and I got a large torso, which means it's large this way, and a large belt because I'm a big guy. So that adds to the weight. It would have been around, I think, 20 ounces or so. So it's 21.7. I bet you with these things on here, we're probably at like, I would say probably 23 ounces total. So 23 ounces for a 50-liter backpack is pretty dang good. So if you're not familiar with the Ultra material, I actually noticed that it's progressed. I'm going to show you a side-by picture of the material just from the old version to the new one. But I'm going to read a paragraph that I had to write down because there's no way to memorize this, but it just describes Ultra material. Ultra 100 is composed of a woven 100 denier ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene face fabric laminated to a waterproof lining. Their second generation fabric has a 50% thicker, more durable 0.75 mil laminate. The fabric is fully waterproof and has extremely high tear and abrasion resistance. It's mostly Ultra materials made out of recycled water bottles, which is great, but that's what makes it so light and so tough. All right, so some of the features that this pack has, I'm going to try to take individual close-up shots of it so it's easier to show you than showing you from this far away. But I want to read what they call it. The ultralight curved carbon fiber air stays gives the pack some rigidity while also keeping the pack off your back, creating airflow. So it used to be these graphite stays are on both sides, right? Like this. It used to be they were straight, and you would flex this pack and pull down some stays, and it would create the bend. But it created all kinds of other problems. I had one of my two poles when they weren't pre-bent just popping out and wouldn't stay in place. So these are thicker but very light, but they're pre-curved, so there's no having to put any tension on the pack. It's the whole pack's geared around the curve in there. And by doing that, you also have this mesh. I don't know if you can see this or not. You have this mesh piece, which is what's actually physically on your back. This piece right here. You can see it kind of through here. This isn't tight. I just got it in the box, so it's loose still. But you pull this pretty tight, so it's a strong webbing, and your back goes against that, and which creates the airflow behind there. All right, one of the things I really like about such a light backpack is some of their competitors have no adjustability. This has a couple things for your shoulder straps. You can move this up or down, so you can see this goes down or up. And I'm not going to pull it right now, but you pull it up, and you can pull this up or down this way. Also, there's load lifters, so as we know, any of you have ever had load lifters, if the pack's way off your back, you can pull this tight and pull the pack towards you and get the weight off of your, like pulling you, like somebody's pulling you from behind, and pull it up next to your torso. All right, so they call this this belt style the V style, which means you have a V. If you can see like a V right here, there's a V here that meets in the middle and a V here. So instead of having one strap and you just kind of cut off your gut, this adjusts. So like depending on how you're built in your hips or not hips, you can pull the lower end tighter and the upper part looser or vice versa. Helps trap your hips and keep the waist belt on your hips, which is what you want to do. So I had the same thing on my old pack and I loved it. So I'm super happy to have the exact same thing. One of the many things I like about this pack is the roll top top. So what this does is it just rolls down. One of the things I really liked they actually got rid of was the Velcro because it was very strong and sometimes it's hard to get it open and get it closed. And I'm assuming that's how they make the pack so light. They got rid of the Velcro because it didn't really help any. Once you roll this up and clamp it, it's watertight, so it's virtually waterproof. The other thing that's nice about roll top is when you don't have a bear canister and you have a food bag, especially on longer carries like on the PCT, if you have 5 days of food, it's going to shrink as you eat your food, so your pack's going to slowly go down. So the roll top allows you to get your pack tighter and snugger as you eat food. Okay, another thing it has that I have loose right now, because I just have my quilt stuffed in here just to give you some idea of the physical size of this 50-liter pack, but it's got these side compression strings. It's the exact same thing I had on my last pack, and I love it. You pull these tight, and you can bring these snug. Let me see if I can do this on camera. Pull this snug like that. And once you get this full of stuff, you want to snug this down and get this as compact as you can. I sometimes carry large like diaper pins, basically, or bobby pins, whatever you call them, put them on here. And then when I rotate my socks every day, when I rinse them out, like to say I'm hiking today and I finish the day and I'm by water, I can rinse them out, hang them on my pack, and put my other pair on. And when I'm hiking, they dry on my pack. So I do that on my pack a lot. So these strings give you a chance to put, you can put, let's say I go through a flat stretch where I don't need my trekking poles. I can put them in the side pocket and come up through all these strings here and just get them out of my hands and get them out of the way. So really like these straps to kind of compress your pack, but I also use them for a lot of other things. The other thing I really like that I didn't really write down, but it's got these two stretches here. You could put, if you had a foam rolled up pad or something, you could put it through here, keep it in here. I last year put my sit pad through here, the one I take out for my brakes and sit on. But it's got that very light cord if you need to do that. So I really like that feature. It gives you more room. Going to a smaller pack, 10 liters smaller, I should be fine. But with the generous, I didn't mention this too, with the generous pocket here, I put a lot of things I need to get during the day, like my water filter and my bag of snacks for the day and things like that, my poop kit, all that stuff that I might, and my electronics kit in case I want to charge my phone, something like that, my first aid kit. I put it all out here so I have it handy if I need it during the day. Um, but when you go to a smaller pack, you are going to have to be more creative about where you put some of the things you normally would put inside so you can make all that room. All right, and this is made in the USA. It has a 2-year warranty on defects with materials and workmanship. And I will say that they are very good. This pack, I had something happen that was absolutely not the pack's fault, but I love this mesh. I like this. It's very stretchy. I can put a lot in here. I can also see through it, so I don't have to like, when these are solid, you have to sometimes dig everything out in order to find the thing you want, unless you know exactly where it is. But when this pack, I first got this pack, this was 2 years ago, they had a stretchy material, but it wasn't that stretchy, but also it wasn't see-through, but it was very thin. And I mean, they go thin, right? When you have an ultralight pack, it's thin and light. But I was hiking a section in the desert, and in section B of the PCT, and I'm really, really careful with my gear, and you guys should all be that way, especially with ultralight gear. You don't just throw your pack down when you're tired. I set it up, make sure it doesn't fall over, lean against a tree, something like that. And I set it up on something propped up with a rock, and I went and sat down, and on its own it just fell over, and it fell right into a cactus and tore the material that this pack originally came with. So that's not workmanship or craftsmanship or defective materials. So I called them, and I was hoping that they would have some mercy on me. And I paid for the shipping, and they just put this whole new mesh pocket on. This is what they put on there from me. I have that problem, I don't know, but they put this on, and I did almost 1,000 miles with it. It's not coming apart in one place. And I was thinking, when they take off one of these pockets and put one on, there's no way through rigors of a through hike that it's going to stay on there, and it's perfect shape. There's not a tear on it. It's not coming off, so they did an excellent job. That's about it on my pack. I thought you would enjoy that in case you're looking in the market for one. One thing I wish they would do better, and I hope they see this, is just make bigger pockets. When I was trying the Hyperlight one that I ended up not liking, it had pockets that were so big I could fit, because I carry a 1.5 liter water bottle, not a skinny one. I carry 1.5. It's pretty big, and this is, I think this is, let me see, this is a different brand, but yeah, this is 1.5 liters. The ones I bring are round. But when you put this in there, you could maybe put a hiking pole in here, and just, I was telling you, when I want to put my poles up, I'll put one on this side and one on that side, but that's all the room there is for it. On the Hyperlight pack, you could put this big of a water bottle and a whole cook kit or something on the side. So um, I know it maybe fractionally increase the weight of the pack, but I wish they would make these side pockets bigger. But that's probably my only con right now with the pack. But anyway, so hopefully I'll get out on the trail pretty soon and try this baby out, make sure I like it. I've got the hardest thing is there's a lot of adjustments for being such an ultralight pack, and so the first time you get it, there's a lot of tweaking and adjusting to get it just right. So, but I have some experience with this one. So, oh, by the way, I was going to sell this, but it's pretty dirty. But I decided to give it to a friend of mine and just donate it to him. And he needs the light pack to be like a secondary pack. So this is not going to go in landfill or be sold. I'm just going to give it away to somebody that's a friend of mine who's done a lot of things for me. So somebody will own this soon. But that's about it. I hope you enjoyed that. Any comments or thoughts? What do you have? Do you have one of these? How do you like it? Um, I like that they offer them in so many sizes, depending on how much you carry. So that's all I have for you. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit the like button. That helps out with the algorithms for my channel and this video. And hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I have another video like this. If you have any ideas for videos for gear and things for backpacking, let me know. And if I think it's a good topic, I'll make it. So that's all I got for you. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time or down the trail. Bye.